Hi, Doug Stworski for the U.S. Access Institute, LLC. Today we look at one specific element in our lesson series called Accessibility by the Element. That's where we take a quick look at the accessibility requirements and one specific element. We also do a comparison of the different ADA and state access codes and standards. We try to cover it from coast to coast. Remember, our goal is eliminating the confusion and access compliance. So check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com. Okay, here we go. First, we start with the periodic table of accessible elements. It's not a real table in the Access standard sense of things, but hey, we want to make access fun. We start in the 2010 ADA standards as we always do. Next, we look at section 802, and that covers wheelchair spaces. So section 802.1.1 says the floor or ground surface of wheelchair spaces shall be stable, firm, and slip resistant. Changes in level are not permitted except slopes not steeper than 1 in 48 are permitted. The width of a single wheelchair space shall be 36 inches wide minimum as shown on the left. Where there are two adjacent wheelchair spaces provided, such as shown on the right, then each wheelchair space shall be 33 inches wide minimum. Where a wheelchair space can be entered from the front or rear, the wheelchair space shall be 48 inches deep minimum as shown on the left. Where a wheelchair space can be entered only from the side, the wheelchair space shall be 60 inches deep minimum. Section 802.1.4 on approach states that wheelchair spaces shall adjoin as accessible routes and that accessible routes shall not overlap wheelchair spaces. Section 802.1.5 states that wheelchair spaces shall not overlap circulation paths. Section 802.2 covers lines of sight to the screen, performance area, or playing field for spectators in wheelchair spaces. Depending on whether spectators are expecting to remain seated or standing, lines of sight for spectators in wheelchairs must be provided. Whatever view the spectators in the row in front of the wheelchair spaces have, either over the heads or between the heads, the same view must be provided for those in wheelchair spaces. Access is always about equal. In row seating, companion seats shall be located to provide shoulder alignment with adjacent wheelchair spaces. The shoulder alignment point of the wheelchair space shall be measured 36 inches from the front of the wheelchair space as shown in this diagram. The floor surface of the companion seat shall be at the same elevation as the floor surface of the wheelchair space. Companion seats shall be equivalent in size, quality, comfort, and amenities to the seating in the immediate area. They are permitted to be movable. For designated aisle seats where armrests are provided in the immediate area, folding or retractable armrests shall be provided on the aisle side of the seat, and each designated aisle seat shall be identified by a sign or a marker. Well, that wraps it up. So thanks for watching. And remember that here at the U.S. Access Institute, LLC, our goal is eliminating the confusion and access compliance. You can check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com.